Good evening, folks. It wasn't a good day today. We avoided a near disaster. I was out here on this field baling, and I mean, we had such a drought here. The hay's poor anyways. Everything's so dry. And look back. I was out baling, happened to notice that the baler was smoking a little bit on one of the bearings. So I managed to swing around and kick the bale out. I didn't want that catching on fire. I got to dump the bale out there, and the bearing, it was just smoking a little bit at the top. So I went up there and I started to dig some hay out from between the belts, and all of a sudden it flared up, and I hopped down. I pulled the pin on the tractor, and I just drove the tractor out of there. I didn't even unhook the lines. I knew they'd unhook on their own, and drove the tractor ahead, and that baler went. Could have been a real disaster. It was so windy earlier, and the grass and everything was so dry. Like I said, I pulled that pin out, drove that tractor ahead. I hopped out with the fire extinguisher, which was that one, and it didn't do anything. Burning hay was dropping down. It was just spreading out here so fast. I could just see the whole field, everything burning off. And there's a haybine over there. My brother was cutting over there, and he seen the smoke, and he hopped into his truck and he came ripping over, and he had this big fire extinguisher, and with that we were able to curb the fire in, get around it. But man, she was hot. I grabbed that thing and I ran around and started blasting at the base, and of course it was a west wind coming from that way. It was driving the fire this way, and to get around this end of it, she was hot. But I managed to get it curbed with that fire extinguisher, and the baler is done. It's still smoking there. I think she's pretty much finished, but I just put some water on a few of the hot spots, and I'm gonna pour a little bit more. But at least the wind has died down now, so I think we're pretty safe. But I guess I'll be on the market for a new baler. That sucks. You know, I always hated these soft-centered balers because they got those short belts on them, and they don't clean properly. You know, there's just between each set of rollers, there's a short belt, and the hay gets packed in between them and wedged in them. They can't clean properly. I've never been a fan of these soft-centered balers, and try and replace it with a different baler with long belts. And so anyways, that's how my day went, folks. Lost a baler, but it could have been a lot worse. Hopefully insurance should pay for that. So all right, guys, thanks for watching. See you down the trail.